In the build-up to the constitution of the 10th National Assembly positions, contending forces are at daggers drawn, if you ask me. The national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, has described as fake the widely reported news of the zoning arrangements in the Assembly. According to him, the party has not consulted widely on the positions. This appears to be a litmus test for the ruling party, as it must get it right to avert a crisis, Jide.
Yes, it has to move quickly, and the Tinubu administration must not walk into this climate of confusion over a matter that could have been resolved before now. We were actually telling them to get down to brass tacks, resolve this issue quickly, but they wasted time, and now what they have on their hands is an embarrassing situation. The chairman said yesterday, we are not immune from mistakes. As humans, we can make mistakes. So if we find out from our consultations that there are mistakes, we will not be ashamed to correct them. The voice of the president-elect is an essential voice, and we must accommodate him the best way we can. And we will not compromise on that. He is out of the country now, but when he comes back, we will have a meeting with him. He took responsibility for what transpired, because clearly, with the governor of those states talking in the manner that he did, you know that the consultation was really not there. They were not consulted. The people contesting were not consulted. This is democracy. You have to get people's buy-in before taking big decisions. And I know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Democrat. You know, people have told me about how decisions were usually reached during his ESCO meetings. People were not afraid to speak their minds. There were those who would always argue, those ones were not hated. They were people that, in fact, liked. Some of them are still very much with him. Those of them who even argue with him at meetings. People like Dele Alake, but they are still very much with him now. So he's not someone who would not want to go back on a decision. If he can see
if
all
the
the
argument
signs,
is superior.
yes, that's what he wants, That's what he wants. If the argument of those saying, look, this thing should go to the North Central, you can't have a zone produce 2 out of 4 presiding officers of the National Assembly. It's unprecedented. Now, what this could push these lawmakers to is to rebel against their party, and that's not what, I'm sure that's not what Ashwaju. Yes, they could rebel against their party and even give power to the opposition. It's possible. When people feel wronged, they can do anything. We saw, even in this election, we saw APC working against APC. It happened a lot, It happened Zamfara. It was APC that defeated APC in Zamfara. The full story will be told one day. It was APC that defeated APC. So they have to come together, meet with these people. What I'm for, I'm not saying don't zone, but you don't necessarily have to pick their leaders for them. And that is the point that they are making. If you say you are zoning to the North Central, they have quality people.
That's it.
There is Gagdi, there is Wase, and others. Let them go and slug it out amongst themselves.
Yeah.
There, if we say it is Northwest, but when you move to the point of picking those people, and
then
there are usually 4 presiding officers, and you've given 2 to a geopolitical zone, you gave the Speaker of the House of Reps to the Northwest. You gave the Deputy Senate President to the Northwest. There's no way you expect that people will not complain.
There will be a lot of belly aching.
Yes, so the chairman is saying, look, calm down, gentlemen, hold your fire. We are still going to look at this matter again. He has not ruled out a change. He's saying that, look, we did not consult widely. He admitted it. Now, we'll take a second look at this matter. The one that now bothers me is not even the House of Reps anymore. Even in the Senate race, people like Oji, people like Yari, they are also saying, no way, that arrangement has to end. So what we are seeing is an attempt by lawmakers in both chambers to assert themselves and say, look, our party does not necessarily have to choose our leaders for us. No one is saying don't zone. Zoning is a tradition that has been there for long. But allow
us to do the picking,
to choose our leaders. And if you can see that it appears that you made a mistake, or maybe the president-elect and NWC members were misled by some individuals, it shouldn't be difficult or impossible to revisit that issue again in the interest of the party.
That's it. And the country at large.
And the country at large, because the way it is now, my friend, the former editor of The Source, Victor Ogene, he was just laughing when we interviewed him. He said, well, this may be the opportunity for the opposition to take the House. Yes.
It happened before.
It's not impossible. It's not impossible. If they don't want that 2015 scenario, because in both houses, they refuse to vote for the choice of the party.
That's it. Emeka, and the operative word here is independence. There are three arms of government, and so the independence must be sacrosanct.
Yeah, of course. That's where I stand. The National Assembly should be allowed to choose its leaders.
Yeah.
I think the election is
without encumbrances.
Yes, external forces should stay away. Let the National Assembly decide on who its leaders will be, because there are so many things that go into choosing leaders. Don't force.
A member of the House of Reps told me earlier on, the president, who is the #1 citizen, currently comes from the north. Yes. The Senate president comes from the north.
From the northeast, northwest, northeast.
No, north. He was talking north, south.
No, the same north.
Now, so now the president-elect is from the south. Is it?
So that the Senate president should be
from the south.
Let them decide. That's what you call consensus building. That is what you call consultation. Not just some people, even the allegations of tampering with rules. Tampering is to foist certain people. No. Let them decide.
So
because
vested interest
is dangerous. It's dangerous for us. It's dangerous for the country.
It's even too early in the day.
June 10, the election is June 10. Why would anybody come and say these are the presiding officers? As the National Assembly become a market association, that some even market associations, they get to a point where they fight. They will fight now because
very competitive.
No, we don't want. Yeah. So are you not telling me that those people are better organized than lawmakers?
Because I cannot, you and I broached the subject. We go back to the Obasanjo years, where in 8 years he had 5 Senate presidents coming from the Southeast.
Lawan, the current Senate president, said recently that Nigerians regard the National Assembly as a rubber stamp assembly, but that it was not so, that they were trying to avoid conflicts with the executive. But he has forgotten that he himself said that anything the executive brings, we will stamp. So it was from there Nigerians now took the idea of a rubber stamp. So we need an independent legislature, so that when people bring up arguments, when people push bills, let's see sound content, intellectual analysis, not just people coming up with some funny bills that you wonder, do these people really even know why they went there? That's the federal legislature.
Jide, is it late in the day
to
right the wrongs?
No, it's not late. Why? It's not late. It's just a few days less than 1 month to the
June
to the inauguration. Yes, the inauguration of the. It's happening 10th. Yes. It's just a couple of days less than a month. So they still have the time. By the time Asiwaju is back, they will have a meeting, and they have to take the best decision. They have to decide in a manner that will hold everyone together. Otherwise, they will be embarrassed.
Okay.
The House of Reps has a history of being rebellious. Look back to what happened to Ete. Ete never stole anybody's money. But because it was Obasanjo that imposed her, they made sure, they embarrassed her, they scandalized her, and they ended up chasing her away.
Yeah, yeah.
And you saw Mulikat. When Mulikat was brought,
Okay,
they
yeah.
refused. They said no. They went for Tambua. That's what happened. And in 2015, when they wanted the Gbaja, they went for Dogara. You know? So that house has a history of rebellious streak, and they have to manage, the APC leadership has to manage.
All right, ours is just to mold opinion and allow you to make up your minds.